Okay. How do I get back?
Just gonna close that.
Okay. I think
Got back up?
we're live right now.
Oh,
Hang on.
okay.
Okay.
What's my stomach? Oh, jeez.
I think we are live.
Yep, it's live.
Okay. Well,
Let me check
greetings, all
the
movie
stream.
junkies and entertainment lovers. And we are having some technical difficulties, I'm sorry to say. Anybody's watching, so we went live and then for some reason it cut
Mm.
out. I think I accidentally clicked the wrong button. But we're back now, so that was kind of a bit of a disaster. Hopefully, the next time we
Yeah.
do this, we won't have that problem again. So just have to give me a second. Feel free to introduce yourself while I try and get get everything under control. So
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's long time no see. And just I hope you're, or if this is the first stream that you're tuning into, then hello. I hope you guys enjoy yourself as we are going to go through like a chill, and hopefully not so much like a technical difficulty stream. I mean, it's the first time back, and we are using
yeah,
some new stuff.
we're using whole new
But
software.
hopefully,
So
throughout the rest of the stream, it should be all chills,
oh shoot,
no chillax. Uh,
and I think I just messed everything up again.
yeah. As the title said before, it will literally just go into like
Dude, can you hear me?
its most anticipated movies of
Harv,
2024. We're gonna
can you hear me?
try and. Well, I'm just gonna listen to myself really, really
Harv,
quickly.
can
I
you hear
think I
me?
won't mind. Oh,
Harv,
oh,
can you hear me?
hold on.
Oh, god
Let me
damn it!
just
Everything
quickly.
is messed up again. Oh, what the hell? Hang on. Harv?
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. I
Oh,
literally forgot that.
yeah, but
I turned down the wrong thing.
I've messed it up as well.
Oh,
Um, I completely
sorry. I
messed up your
literally
camera.
turned.
Oh, it's back. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I saw on
I
the
know
stream
everything
it messed
came
up.
on the
Oh, wait.
screen when it shouldn't have. I don't know why it did that.
Oh,
Yeah, that was really weird. That was really annoying. Again, sorry.
yeah.
Apologies for the technical difficulties. That was really annoying.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit uneven as well. Okay, no. Now it's back to normal.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I was just saying it fixed itself. It's a bit laggy
Okay.
for you on the stream end because I can see everything in real
Yeah,
time.
I could
So
see. I could see. I
I was
could
just
see.
talking about that. Um.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, that I don't know why that shouldn't have done that. That really should not have done that. I don't know why it did that. That was really annoying.
Mm.
Let me just do a test a second. I just want to see if it does anything else. No,
Well, what are you trying?
I'm just trying to open up a different window and see if it still has that problem. If I go on a different window.
Hmm.
It doesn't, nope, it seems to be okay.
Yeah.
So, is the stream looking
I
good for
mean,
you?
it looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine right now. Uh,
Yeah, so I think we seem to be all okay. Everything seems to be working
yeah.
elsewhere. So, sorry about that, everybody. Don't know why. And I also forgot to introduce the stream with our little intro as well. So everything is going
Everything is fine.
really great. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. But anyway, greetings, all you movie junkies and lovers. Welcome to our most anticipated movies of 2024 edition of Movie Junkies Media Talk. Um, So we're basically just gonna go through, since we're getting close to the end of the year, we're gonna go through, some of the other news, and we're gonna go through, some other recent news, and we're gonna go through our basically are just our most anticipated films coming out next year. Some of which have been pushed back, so we're gonna talk about that. So to start here, the first thing is that the what was it? Oh yeah, a couple movies have been cancelled in recent age since the
Mm.
Warner Brothers Discovery takeover. So the first thing I wanted to quickly talk about was a movie that I was really excited for. I don't know how excited you were for it, Hav. Coyote versus Acme, the live action animation hybrid of the Wile E. Coyote movie that was announced, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
I think it
Um,
was in 3 years of development.
yeah, but they
I think.
finished filming the principal production on it last year, so that seems to have been uh, cancelled. Apparently, that is no longer going to be coming out. They've trashed it. Had John Cena was going to be in it, and yeah, so this
Wait,
is the
really?
one of. Oh yeah, you didn't know this.
I
and
didn't know that. I didn't
and
know
the
that.
director of the film was Dave Green, who directed two other films in the past. The first one was, I believe, something Echo. I think it
Well,
was
Earth Echo?
yes, Earth to Echo. That
What
was like his
that?
first film
Oh.
that he directed, and then after that, he directed the second of the Michael Bay produced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films, which was Out of the
Oh.
Shadows.
Oh.
And so he did Out of the Shadows, which I thought was a really, really good movie and overall a good step in the right direction for Ninja Turtles. But ultimately, it didn't make any money at the box office. And then after that, it wasn't that long after that that he got tapped to do this movie, which apparently was written by James Gunn and was produced by James Gunn, who of course is now the head of DC. So he was involved with it
Mm.
for a while. But yeah, apparently they've dropped this now. They didn't have faith in it, or apparently it looks like maybe they hadn't even begun post production work on it yet. So they hadn't done any of the animation stuff. So they just kind of looked at it and went, you know what, we don't need it, and they just got rid of it. But its original release date was when the Barbie movie came out this year, which of course was a massive success,
Oh.
made over
Yeah.
$1 billion at the box office. It won't surprise any of you that neither of us saw that movie.
Yeah.
Not one for us, but regardless, I've heard it is a good movie and was very successful, and so there's probably going to be a lot more stuff like that based on properties like that coming out in the future. One of which
Yeah.
is the Hot Wheels movie produced by J.J. Abrams.
Mhm.
That's coming. So,
Yes. This is
um,
so stupid.
and yeah, so it did very well, so they didn't regret switching the release day of that. So I'm personally quite sad to hear about this, but there really hasn't been, I haven't noticed, there hasn't really been any outrage about this project being cancelled. um because when Batgirl was dropped, if you remember, there was a wave of rage
Yeah, I
and upset.
remember.
And I say that, and I honestly was not that outraged by it because, unlike this case, we had a lot of credible sources in that case who said that the movie was terrible and that Warner Brothers, saved themselves by not releasing that movie. Now, of course, none of us have seen the film, so whether or not that was true or not, we'll never know. And I say
Mm.
that somebody who was interested in seeing that movie, had, Michael Keaton in it, had J.K. Simmons back as Commissioner Gordon, it had Brendan Fraser as Firefly, it had a bunch of, people in it, and I think a lot of us were really excited to see it, including myself, but apparently it just, they just started dropping it, and then there was a lot of rage, a lot of people upset by this, but when with other projects, like the Scooby Doo sequel and the Scoob sequel to Scoob or whatever, and
Oh
this
yeah.
film, people just have not been outraged. I don't know if maybe people just have gotten used to it or people just like were really passionate DC fans. I don't know, but so I just thought that was an interesting thing that people were really outraged about Batgirl, but not outraged for about Coyote versus Acme. Now, additionally, the other big movie that a lot of us have been waiting for that has was supposed to come out in September of last year, but still has not been released, is the remake of Salem's Lot, which is written and directed by Gary Dauberman, who wrote a bunch of the Conjuring movies, the two It movies, and made his directorial debut with Annabelle Comes Home, which was the last film in the Annabelle trilogy, which I thought was one of the better films in the Conjuring universe. And so that film,
Mhm.
apparently they haven't yet dropped it. It looks like it's definitely in danger of being dropped. It might go direct to Max, though. It seems like they haven't decided yet. I'm guessing it must be finished, though, if they're contemplating it. So I really hope they do release that. But again, for them to make decisions like this when it comes to the movies, there's always the question of, well, how good is the movie if they're having problems with contemplating this, you
Mm.
know? So I don't know if you're interested in that one at all, Hav, but
I mean, I haven't really like I think I've heard that that movie was coming out like maybe a few times. I think you even talked about it to me once. I'm
yes,
not really too excited.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
it may end up getting dropped altogether, but unfortunately, the Coyote versus Acme movie was dropped, and somebody who's a lifelong Looney Tunes fan, I was really interested in watching it. Especially, always being a fan of the Wile E. Coyote character, and the whole concept of it was a really funny concept, and
oh yeah, what
it
was
would
the
have been fun
concept
to
again?
see. Well, the concept was that, of course, in the old cartoon, in all the old Warner Brothers cartoons, uh, the Coyote, Wile E. Coyote, was always using stuff from the company Acme to try and capture the
Yeah,
Roadrunner, which, of course, in every cartoon would end in hilarious ways. So the idea was that, so of course that's why in pop culture there's so many jokes about, oh, don't buy anything from Acme or you're screwed or whatever, right? So the whole idea of the movie was that after all these years of using the Acme products, Wile E. Coyote was going to take Acme to court. That was the concept of the movie. So I thought that was a really funny concept. It was going to be again, it was going to be a CGI live action hybrid movie, like Scoob, like Space Jam and stuff. So I mean, I thought it would be really funny, but unfortunately, now it's not happening. And it was going
yeah.
to be, I think, part of this is also, I think, unfortunately, they have once again given up on Looney Tunes after the failure. Which, even though I like the movie, it's safe to say it was a failure. The failure of Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. I think it's safe to say that they
Yeah.
dropped the movie after that, because they also were planning on maybe doing a Space Jam 3, but it wouldn't be basketball, it'd be like something else. I think they were talking about it was going to be with
Oh
Dwayne
yeah.
Johnson, like a wrestling movie or something. And then
Yeah, I remember you talked to me about that.
they were also looking at doing a Speedy Gonzales movie, um, which had that really famous comedian who was going to be Speedy Gonzales, and he actually was the voice of Speedy Gonzales in the Space Jam 2. I forget what his name was. He was on Modern Family. That guy, what's his face? I can picture his
Um,
face. Azaleas. The episode where he's like, they think he's Manny's father or something. In Modern Family. Anyway, I'm sure some of you guys know who I'm talking about, but he's a very famous comedian. And they were going to do a Speedy Gonzales movie, and they were also going to do a Marvin the Martian movie as well. So that's also not
oh
happening.
really?
So,
I didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
So it looks like the Warner Brothers Discovery, the David Zaslav run Warner Brothers, it looks like, unfortunately, are going to be moving away from a lot of the Looney Tunes stuff, which, for me personally, as a lifelong Looney Tunes fan, I am disappointed by. But it is what it is. Maybe at some point in the future there'll be a return in some form. So, are you
Mm.
upset by them canceling Coyote versus Acme, or are you like, we never saw a
A
trailer or anything,
little
so
bit,
yeah,
a little bit, but like the concept's funny, but yet again, it like it all comes down to how they would have executed it. So it's kind of hard to know if it was, of course, bad or good. So
maybe they
yeah.
watched the footage and they were like, "Where's John Cena? We can't see him." All right. Just, oh my god.
It's the beginning of the stream.
Yep. So
We were dealing with technical errors, and now we're dealing with really bad
yes.
puns. Oh god.
So okay. So moving on, before we get to our films that are most anticipated, some films that were coming out next year are now no longer coming out next year.
Oh, yeah, what was
So
like? Wasn't there like a film that you told me that was like pushed back?
there's been a
What
few
was that
films,
again?
specifically two films that were going to be on my most anticipated list are now no longer on are now no longer coming out
Okay.
next year, and those are both Marvel films: Captain America: Brave New World
Oh,
and
right.
Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
both of which we've been waiting for a while.
Oh,
Thunderbolts,
that's
I don't think they started filming that. I don't think they still have
oh.
not started filming that. Uh, Brave New World, however, we heard that they had finished principal photography on that, but apparently it is nowhere near finished because now they have moved that back to February of 2025.
When was it originally going to come out again?
It's going to come out in May, so not that long now. So it's really been
Oh,
pushed back quite a ways.
oh,
But
yeah.
apparently that's going to
Jeez.
be a big movie. A lot of post production work needs to be done. There's a lot of characters in it.
Mm,
Kevin Feige said it has the most amount of Marvel characters in it since Endgame. So I'm really excited about
mm.
that, but it's no longer coming out in 2024. Same thing with Thunderbolts, which was supposed to come out in December of next year. That apparently is now coming out. I believe it's in July of 2025. So, yeah,
Mm.
and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of connections between both of those. So it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. And one thing that we're going to have to wait longer to see on is Harrison Ford. Is he Red Hulk or not? Because in some of the set photos we saw
Mm.
him with ripped up shorts, and some people thinking, "Oh my God, is he going to be Red Hulk? Is he going to be Red Hulk?" So we're going to have to wait a little while longer to see that. But you know what's crazy, Hov?
What?
This now means with the moves of those two movies, this now means that there are no MCU films coming out next year.
Wait,
Unless you
really?
Yes, unless there is still some Marvel stuff which we're going to talk about. Unless you count Deadpool 3, which technically is being
Oh.
produced. It might be part of the MCU, we're not really sure yet. So that's has now taken what was going to be Captain Brave New World's release date, which I think it's actually July was the original release date of Brave New World, and May was the release date of Deadpool 3, so I'm getting it mixed up. Now, me personally, I won't spend too much time on this, but me personally, I'm not a fan of the Deadpool character, and I have talked about it before. I think it's in some of the past streams that we've done. I know you're kind of the same, I think, as me. You're not really a fan of the character.
I mean, I think if written right, like, sorry, I think if he was written like just with really just good jokes that really like
Yeah.
tickled my funny bone, then I would like him. It's like depending on how you write him. You can either make him annoying or you can even
Mm.
make him just.
Yeah. So
I
I've
guess like and the
watched
fourth wall break. Oh,
Nope, go
sorry.
ahead.
I was gonna say it's the same with like how you write like his fourth wall breaking as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like yeah.
But this movie, of course, does feature the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, which is exciting. So
Mm,
if it's a full-on buddy cop movie with Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll watch it. But if he's
well,
only in a
yeah.
little bit of the movie, then I might not watch it. But there is a comic book storyline in the comic books that I don't know too much about, but it's called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And so a lot of people think that they are adapting that storyline, but instead of just Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, a lot of people think it's going to be Deadpool kills the Fox X-Men universe.
Mm.
It might be the film that finally brings in the Fox X-Men universe into like the MCU, which might play out
Maybe.
with stuff in Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. Uh, so yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So those are no longer coming out. Oh no, so Deadpool 3 is coming out, but it's technically the only sort of MCU Marvel film coming out next year. On top of that, the only MCU shows, we're not getting a lot in terms of shows either. So it's actually going to be quite dry for Marvel stuff next year.
Mm.
We are
Yeah.
getting, first off, in January, we are going to be getting Echo, which we got the trailer for recently.
Oh right. Yeah.
So that looks good. We
Yeah,
are
pretty violent.
apparently supposed to finally be getting the Agatha show, whatever it's gonna be called.
Oh, is that going to be next year?
It looks like it's gonna be late next year. So they've been working on that for a while.
Hmm.
I think they did start filming that, so hopefully they're gonna get back to that. So we should hopefully be getting that. I'm assuming it's gonna be October, like around Halloween, October, November. So I personally am really excited about that. I know some people are excited about that, some people are not excited about that, but I'm personally excited about that. Are you interested in that,
Yeah,
Hoff?
you like. I mean, I thought the Agatha character was pretty good. I thought that who's the actress who played
Um,
Agatha?
Catherine Hahn, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's been a lot
yeah,
of stuff.
I
She was in Glass Onion, which was
yeah,
great,
Glass Onion.
and a lot of other stuff.
Uh, yeah, I thought her performance was good. I think I thought she was really good, especially like the stupid song as well
It was
in One
Agatha
Division.
all along. Oh, copyright. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so we're
uh,
getting that, and we were supposed to get the Deadpool, not Deadpool, Daredevil Born Again show next year. However, that, as we know from reports recently, has had a whole sort of overhaul. They fired a bunch of the writers. It's basically like a whole
oh Jesus.
new, yeah, I don't know if you knew about this. Yeah, it's a whole new creative team coming in to do that. So honestly, I don't know if that's coming out next year. It might not be until 2025. So very dry for MCU. Like that's literally all there is. The Ironheart show, who knows what's happening with that? They were filming that. We've been waiting for that for years. They introduced us to the character in Wakanda Forever. Who knows if that show is coming out or not? I have no idea. Armor Wars, no idea what's happening with that.
Oh
That
yeah.
that was a show. Now it's going to be a movie. Maybe it's coming out next
Oh
year. I
yeah. Well,
don't know. And then on top of that,
I
there's other
presume so.
things like, whether or not there's going to be a season 2 of Moon Knight, whether or not there's going to be a season 2 of Miss Marvel, whether or not I think there was something else that was also kind of on the fence. Nobody was really sure what was happening with it. What was it? I had it for a second there. It was, what was it? There was another show, Hav. What was the other show that they were doing? That Marvel show.
What, another show that you were doing like in development?
Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
I can
Uh,
look it up quickly. Hang on.
what was it? No, I could. Um.
It was. What was it? Oh, but there's What If, the anime show that I think is actually Mike. It says it's coming out this year apparently in December. So
What, season 2 of that?
yeah, yeah. But yeah, there was another thing. I don't remember what it was, but anyway, right now it doesn't really seem
Wait.
like. Oh, what is it?
What was the show with? I forgot what it was called. Uh, uh, with I don't know. Is it a show? I think no, it's a movie with the MCU movie with like I think it's with uh like Julie Lewis's character, uh, and like Natasha's sisters, and I forgot what it was
Thunderbolts.
called. Thunderbolt. Wait, is
That's
that what it
that's
is?
Thunderbolts.
Is that Thunderbolts? Oh,
Or
okay.
you thinking of
I
Hawkeye?
no, no, I forgot that is Thunderbolts. I
Yeah.
thought I was getting
So that's been
Thunderbolts
pushed back to
mixed up with something.
2025 now. So
Okay.
unfortunately, yeah. So quite slim pickings on the Marvel stuff. However, Hav, it's not
Hmm.
entirely dry when it comes to Marvel stuff next year.
Well, what's coming out?
Because even though the MCU stuff might be dry, Sony's universe is alive and kicking and is basically taking over next year because they got not one,
Ready?
not two, but three movies coming out. So
Oh yeah, I know they've got Craven the Hunter
well, hang on.
out.
let's let's
Oh,
let's go in the correct order. So, well, first of all, of course, the Venom movies I know have been a bit hit and miss with people. Some people really love them. Some people are not really into them. Me personally, I really, really liked them a lot, especially the first one. The second one I was not as big on. I think it had some problems with some of the comedy. I think was a little too forced and pushed in that. But I mean, Woody Harrelson was great in it as all the cost stuff of Carnage was
yeah.
awesome. Um, and then there was Morbius, which I don't think you've seen yet, have you?
Uh, well, I'm never gonna see it.
Oh,
I don't.
really? You don't?
I don't
You're never even
really
gonna give
want
it a
to.
chance. Not even a chance.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't think that's even.
All right.
I don't think
Well, yeah,
it's.
it's not really
Yeah.
worth watching. It was pretty terrible. Morbius was pretty terrible. Um, but we got Craven the Hunter coming, and Craven the Hunter was supposed to come out in October of this year, but it got pushed back because of the actor strike. Apparently, there was.
Oh.
I guess they still hadn't finished filming some stuff, so they had to push it back. So that's coming out. I believe it's August of next year. So that's been pushed back quite a bit. So the next one that is coming out that I believe has wrap production is a film that has been really mysterious for a long time, and there's been a lot of set
Mm-hmm.
photos that have come out about it that have made people kind of go, "Wait, what is this? What is that?" A lot of people seem to think that it is not
Mm-hmm.
actually what it claims to be. That it's going to be a different title. They might be putting too much faith in Sony on. I don't know. Uh, Madam Web is coming out in February, of
Oh right, yeah, I forgot that was happening.
which could be a Spider Woman movie. It could be. The plot of it is really strange. It's apparently gonna be kind of like the Spider Man version of Terminator, where they have to go back in time
Hmm.
to save Peter Parker's parents or grandparents or maybe it's Uncle Ben, and I don't know who. I can't remember. And there were some really weird set photos where it looks like there was a stunt man that appeared to be in some kind of a Spider-Man suit. I don't know if you remember how there's definitely some
Um.
shenanigans going on with this movie. But it does look
Hmm.
like one of because there's a bunch of lead actresses in this thing, and it looks like one of them is gonna turn out to be Spider Woman, it seems. So maybe,
Oh.
and obviously someone, I'm assuming, even though the movie might not be called Madam Web in the end, they might change the title. It seems that Madam Web probably is going to be the villain, considering it deals with, Madam Web, the Madam Web character. For those of you who don't know, very much it deals with a lot of like those multiverse, time travel kind of stories. So, uh, I don't know. I'm kind of not really sure what to think. It's gonna be one of those things where until we get a trailer,
Yeah.
uh, we're not gonna know. But as of right now, we still don't have a trailer for Madam Web. It's a very mysterious
I
film.
mean,
It may end up being amazing. It may end up being worse than Morbius. We don't really know yet.
oh
But
God.
they're definitely doing some interesting things with it. It definitely is, and I'm very interested to see the trailer and see to get a better idea of what this movie is actually about. And is there going to be a Spider-Man in the movie? That is the big question.
Maybe.
Um, will it connect more to the MCU? Maybe we don't know. How are you feeling about Madam Web? Are you interested in it? Are you kind of like
I
did
mean,
you
it's got
forget
an
this movie was
interesting.
even happening?
I forgot that this movie was even happening. It's got an interesting concept. I'm not really too familiar with the character.
I don't think many people
I
are.
mean,
If you watch the cartoon, the character appeared a couple of times in the old the '90s cartoon.
oh,
Yeah,
interesting. I will.
yeah.
Uh, I don't know. It's like watch the watch the. I'm just gonna when the trailer comes out. Yeah, we'll watch the trailer and
So
just see
not
what
one
it's
of your
like.
most anticipated films.
Yeah, no.
At least not right
Well, I
now.
mean,
That could change, you think, maybe,
yeah,
depending on if the trailer's good.
yeah. It's more of a movie that I'm scared to see what it's gonna be
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I would say right now it is not on my most anticipated list. Um, I think
Hmm.
that I think we should be getting a trailer for it soon because it's you know I don't know. We
Mm.
should be getting something for it soon. I would think like a poster or
Well,
something.
when is it coming?
I think it's
When?
February,
Oh yeah,
so
man, we
pretty
should
soon.
be getting
So I think
something.
maybe before the
Yeah,
end of the year we should get a teaser or something, unless it gets pushed back,
yeah,
which it could.
probably. Yeah.
So then after that is when we are getting Craven the Hunter. So now, Hav, you can talk about Craven the Hunter.
Oh, Craven the Hunter. Movie that I, this is a movie that I'm interested in. I know I haven't really, uh, I don't know too much about Craven the Hunter, but I know he's like a really like one of the more infamous
Yeah.
uh Spider-Man villains.
Yes.
I heard the movie was pretty violent. I think oh yeah, we also did see a trailer, and the trailer did look
Yeah.
good. It looked
I
pretty
have to say,
intense.
and it revealed that the villain of the film is going to be Rhino. So hopefully they'll get.
Yeah.
It looks like they're gonna have Rhino be a lot more comic accurate. Hopefully this time round, than he was
Mm,
in
oh,
Amazing
God.
Spider-Man 2. But
Yeah.
still, it's not
Oh.
gonna be entirely comic book accurate because it looks like he actually like is gonna turn into a Rhino. But anyway,
Mm,
I'm very interested to see how they do that because Rhino has always been one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and Kraven the Hunter is a character I think a lot of
mhm.
people have been wanting to see in live action for a long time,
Yeah.
and he's also being featured in the recent Spider-Man 2 game. You know,
Yeah.
so I think it's pretty interesting. I know a lot of people kind of turned their heads when they heard Aaron Taylor Johnson was gonna be Kraven Hunter, and of course he had previously been Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. So already played a Marvel
Hmm.
character previously. So, but I have to say he really did transform. It looks like at least from the trailer, he really did transform into the character. So he looks really
Yeah.
good, and the action
It
looks
looks
great.
very promising.
And there was a little bit of eyeball violence which you didn't like in the
Yeah,
trailer,
no, I don't
where
like the
he
eyeball
bit
violence.
a guy's eyeball out and spit it out. And then there's like another
Mm,
part where he literally throws a bear trap on one guy. So
yeah.
it looks pretty promising. I'm hoping that it's a fun movie, fun time. You got Russell Crowe in there as his father. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm interested to see what they do, and there's a lot of theories that that is going to be playing into Venom 3, and that maybe Craven might be in Venom 3, and Craven the Hunter ends with him getting going after Venom, and Venom is like the ultimate prey for him to hunt. Um, Very
Hmm.
interesting. So then, of course, so that would you say, Hav, that Craven is one of your most anticipated?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like it's more of the higher ones.
oh, it
Same
is.
fact that we
So
got a
so you
trailer.
are so you are actually
Well,
pretty excited about it.
I am pretty excited considering the fact that we've seen a trailer. We know what it's going to be like. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it could. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good.
yeah, it's definitely up there. I don't know if I say if it's in like the top five, but it's definitely up there for me. It might be like number five, number six, or something. I'm definitely excited for it. Hopefully, it's not another Morbius.
Oh, can you sink so low?
You
Is
haven't
it
seen
even
it. How can
possible?
you talk to this?
I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. If the movie's that bad, where I'm not even gonna see it, then yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can really speak to whether how bad it is if you haven't
Well,
seen it. To be honest,
well,
like I've
well.
seen it. I can speak to but I don't think it's really fair to rag on it if you yourself haven't seen it. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
well, like the reviews scared me off. All the memes have scared
I
me
know.
off. I'm not
Well,
even.
yeah,
I'm not
it
even gonna.
memes. You shouldn't base any movie on any memes that come out, good or bad. Just saying, should go in with your own expectations. But anyway, uh, so that being said, Morbius is a terrible movie. So hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not
Yeah.
another Morbius. So after that, in November, we will be getting Venom 3, which is definitely one of my uh, most
Mm.
anticipated because again, I really really love the Venom character, one of my
What's it?
favorite Marvel
Is it?
characters.
What is it? What's it gonna be about?
Well, we
Do we
don't
know anything much?
we don't really know much. There was some set photos that looks like most of it's going to be taking place in Mexico, which is interesting.
Oh.
So that's pretty interesting. But it looks like somebody is hunting Venom basically in Venom Free.
Oh,
It looks like I think they said that there's going to be some kind of an agency that have developed weapons specifically to hunt after Venom. So it looks like I'm guessing some kind of a setup where the world knows about Venom and now they're coming after him basically because he's a a liability. He can't be trusted. So it's gonna be. What I'm excited is that in a way it's almost gonna be kind of like the Incredible Hulk and the Fugitive, where Venom and Eddie are kind of
yeah,
on the run, which is exciting. So I hope that it goes a little bit more ferocious, a little bit more serious than it's that
yeah,
because we saw that in Let There Be Carnage. There was a lot of carnage, and so I hope that they bring that again. And I hope that overall tonally it can be a little bit closer to what it was in the first movie, where there were some very funny moments, but for the most part it was a really like cool, action-packed, aggressive movie. So that's kind of what I'm hoping that it's going to be. Is that what you're hoping it's going to be, Hov?
I hope that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. I do believe that Craven is gonna be in the movie and hunting after Venom. And I do think that there'll be a pretty awesome fight or something with them. But I think
Mm,
maybe I have a feeling if he is in the movie that perhaps maybe something happens where they team up at the end to take on another villain or something. But
maybe.
there was definitely some other things left open at the end of Let There Be Carnage that I'm interested to see. The first thing is that I think Shriek is probably still alive. We didn't. It was kind of left ambiguous. She could have
Yeah, I
survived.
guess so.
And there was definitely some hints when you watched the movie that she was a mutant, that she wasn't.
Hmm,
That so, which is interesting. Again, don't know if that's gonna play into some stuff with the multiverse saga in the MCU. It definitely feels like maybe that could be something. I don't know, or it could just be nothing. They could have just thrown that in there and just not specified it. But anyway, I
mm,
am pretty excited for the movie, and it's being directed by the writer of the first two movies, making her
hmm.
directorial debut. I believe Kelly Marcel, I believe, is the writer. So she wrote the first two Venom movies, and now she's going to be making a directorial debut with Venom 3. So
Okay.
it's always a little bit worrying when somebody makes a directorial debut, but the fact that she wrote
Yeah.
the first two movies makes me pretty confident. Would you say, Hov? Are you kind of worried about that, or were you hoping that Andy Serkis was going to come back again, or what do you think?
Uh, I don't know. I'm a bit iffy on it. But I hope it does turn out well.
Yeah, so are you?
It,
I'm sensing that you're actually not as excited about Venom 3 as me.
I'll see. I'll see. I think it's just one where I'm just gonna see what it's gonna be like. Because
So,
I like the two Venom
so it's actually
movies.
not one of your most anticipated.
It's in the middle of the road.
Really, I'm surprised
I
because
would say
I thought
so.
you really liked the Venom movies like me.
I like the Venom movies, but it's just like I'm gonna see what it's gonna be like when
So
like the
is
trailer
this
comes
one of your
out.
most anticipated or not? I mean, it might turn out to be, but not
Mm,
right now. It's not.
yeah, yeah. It's
I'm
just like
actually really surprised.
see what it's like.
I'm surprised. Is there any particular reason why it's not? Is it because like you
I
didn't
don't know.
like?
It's just like I want to see like I know we're like interested to see what like and we're hoping that it's more like Carnage and like intense and we know that it's in Mexico, but we don't
Well, we
and
yeah
like
we know some of it at least takes place in Mexico, but
but like I don't know. It's just especially with like if when like it's like a new director. I want to. I know it's like the person who wrote the first two, but like let me see what it's like, and then I'll see if
well,
if I'm
I
gonna be
this is
excited.
definitely the most surprised I am by your reaction to this. I really thought you would have been more excited about this, but for me it's like probably like top 3 or 4, definitely in the top 5. I am excited
Mm-hmm.
for it. And but yeah, but I know that I have a feeling if the trailer comes out and it's really good, I know that it would probably you would probably get more hyped for it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you're actually
Hmm.
more excited about Craven right now for instead of Venom 3.
I just think it's cool because it's just more like something new, and I think like of course we got like a trailer and everything that made it look really good. It's like a movie that, it, of course, that made me excited since like we don't know what Venom 3 is going to be like. I know I like the first two, but I don't know. It's just like what's going to happen in this next one? It could potentially just be like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think since Craven got a trailer, and it's made me excited. Therefore, I'm I'm anticipating that it's going to be like good. It's going to be fun. It'll be
Yeah, my
violent.
my mind is honestly kind of the opposite on it. I'm more excited for Venom 3 than I am Craven. But
Hmm.
that's only because the way my mind is working on it is that, well, with the Venom movies, we've had a lot more of a better track record where when they try to do something original with Morbius, it didn't go well. So I'm kind of thinking, well, Craven, is it gonna? It's kind of for me, it's kind of with Craven, it's more up in the air of if it's gonna work or
Yeah.
not. But with Venom, it's like we've already had two movies that I really liked, especially that first one. So that's kind of how my mind is working on it. That's why I'm more excited about it. But no, it's very interesting. So I would personally
Mhm.
put Venom 3 over Craven. You would put Craven in front,
Craven front. Yeah.
and then Madam Web. Would we both put that at the bottom of the three
Bottom.
Sony movies coming out?
Bottom.
Yeah,
Bottom.
a lot of people I know are not that big on the whole Sony universe thing, and I think they wish that they would just give the rights back to Marvel. But honestly, I think that they're
Mm,
doing some interesting things. I think that they're working very closely with Marvel. They want them. They still want Spider-Man in the MCU. We're supposed
yeah.
to be getting another Spider-Man movie one of these days. Uh, who
Mm.
knows? Maybe that comes out next year. Maybe we'll get that next year. That'll be very
Oh, that would be
exciting.
great.
Yeah.
I would like that.
A Spider-Man versus Venom movie, I think, is really what I think a lot of us are hoping we're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, because it was kind of slightly botched the first time round with Spider-Man 3. So
Yeah.
I think we're ready to see it redone. Um, so that's
Yeah.
that's that's pretty much I think all the Marvel stuff that's coming out. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some stuff I'm thinking shows, but that's all the movies really. So it's gonna definitely gonna be Sony's time to shine. Sony's time to
Yeah.
say, hey, take us seriously. We're making some good stuff. I mean, again, the one I'm most curious about is Madam Web. The one I'm most excited about is Venom 3, and the one that's kind of
Hmm.
in the middle is Craven for me. So,
Hmm.
and that's for you the same half, but you just put Craven at the
Put
bottom.
put put Venom below Quaver. Yeah. Well, yeah. Venom's it's sort of like scared to know what it's going to be like, and then Venom is kind of like we'll see what it's like. Might not be that interesting, and then Craven, from what I've seen, it looks pretty. It looks really good.
Yeah,
It's like scene, intrigue, and then just uh,
yeah. Uh,
yeah,
is that Madam Web is the part?
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The Madam Web is having like, my hair is like my arms
Yeah.
hair like standing up.
But
That's
depending on
because
the
it could be really
trailer,
bad.
Madam Web might end up becoming like, if it comes out, the trailers look
Yeah.
amazing. It could become like the most
Well then,
anticipated
well
movie.
then, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It would be like, oh, it looks great. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it for like the Marvel stuff that's coming out. But
Hmm.
one movie that is coming out that our background is based on, that
Oh
we got the
yeah.
trailer for
Hmm.
recently, is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, a movie that I think we both really enjoyed quite a bit. Of, would you say? Would you agree?
Hmm.
It
Yep.
was a
I,
movie
I
that,
I liked it.
yeah, it for me, to me it was pretty much more or less the prime example of how you do a reboot correctly. They had a lot of new elements in there, but at the same time there was a lot of old elements in there that I thought made for overall a really great, enjoyable movie that I've watched I think twice now. And
I I've only watched it once, and that was in like the cinema.
But you still enjoyed it.
I loved it. I thought it
Do
was
you think
great.
you'd watch it again?
I
Maybe
probably
sometime.
should watch again when Frozen Empire comes out, like
Yeah.
to hype myself up. Yeah.
And I think we can talk about, I think most people who want to watch it have seen at this point, but of course the ending, where they brought back the original Ghostbusters, even bringing back Egon, and
Hmm.
that whole tribute to Howard Ramus was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And so, of course, we pretty much
Hmm.
figured that there was going to be another movie, and then, of course, sadly, Ivan Reitman, who directed the original two
Oh
movies and
yeah.
produced all the Ghostbusters movies, passed away very suddenly. And
Mm.
right as he was about to finally do the sequel to Twins, triplets, because he did.
Yeah.
So that Danny DeVito even came out recently and said that yeah, that's not going to be happening anymore. So it looks like
Mm.
hopefully this film will kind of honor, yet again, is going to honor another
Yeah.
fallen
Yeah. Honest.
comrade
Yeah. Oh.
of the
Hmm.
Ghostbusters franchise. But this film is really interesting, where the last movie that we had a completely different setting from the original all the other Ghostbusters movies, the first two Ghostbusters movies, right? It was a completely
Hmm.
different setting. We were out of the city, right? But the big thing that was that the villain was Gozer. They brought back Gozer, and so you had all those elements back. You had the Stave Bush Marshmallow,
Yeah.
you had the the little guys, and then you had the dogs back and everything, the demon dogs and everything. So
Yeah.
there it was a good job of it was a mix of a little bit new, a little bit of old. This time around, they've kind of I noticed they've kind of swapped it where
Yeah. That. Yeah. We're back in New York, or
yeah,
like
so
we're
the
back in the
setting we're
old
back
setting.
to back in the firehouse. We're back to where we were, but this time it's a whole new different circumstances, a whole new different villain. We've got this frozen empire storyline. Everybody seems to be pretty much clueless, like what is this? Where is it coming from? And there's this whole thing that Dan Aykroyd is explaining in the trailer that you can literally be frozen to death if you see this thing
Yeah.
or something, and
Like
um,
scared to death.
scared to death. And
That's what.
he said you could literally see your tear ducts freezing up will be the last thing you see.
Yeah.
Um, and
Mm.
overall, I wasn't actually sure what to make of the trailer the first time I watched it, but I watched it a few more times, and I gotta say, I really want to see this movie. It looks really great.
Yeah.
Um,
It's it's got a very interesting like concepts and sort of like the visuals and like seeing like Paul Rudd in like the Ghostbusters uniform was also weird.
well, seeing
And
like the whole family and especially at the end, they have like
yeah,
their cold Ghostbusters uniform forms on, which is pretty awesome. But what a lot of
yeah,
people are saying about this, uh, to me, it's like, oh, totally. Is that this doesn't just feel like, we're in the city, we're going back to kind of, the old movies a little bit in that retrospect. But there's something about this that really feels like the real Ghostbusters cartoon brought to life. Like it really feels like they've
oh, interesting.
taken a look back at the real Ghostbusters and said it basically feels like a really long episode of the real Ghostbusters. And for a lot of us who
Hmm.
are fans of the real Ghostbusters, it's like awesome. And there's some pretty big stars in this one. We got Patton Oswald coming in here. I mean, perfect for Ghostbusters. And then we got Kumail Nanjiani coming in here, and he of course is I think very known for being a massive Ghostbusters fan, and he's been popping up in every big movie in the past number of years, so that's awesome to see him in this. And he
Hmm.
actually got on Twitter, I believe, and said that yes, this is like I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, and if you're a fan of the real Ghostbusters, you're gonna love this movie. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome that that I think the franchise is in good hands with Jason Reitman
Mm.
and Gil Keenan. And this time, Jason Reitman did not direct. Gil Keenan directed it, but Jason Reitman is still a producer and co-wrote the film with Gil Keenan. So it looks like I was a little skeptical when I heard that Jason Reitman wasn't going to direct it, but honestly, it seems like from watching this trailer, I think honestly my worries have been put to rest. I honestly think that this is going to be a really great movie. Um, it looks like they've got it figured out. It again, there's a little bit new, there's a little bit of old, and overall, I think it just looks great. And we also saw that we got our old Ghostbusters coming back. We got Dan Aykroyd in there. We got
Yep.
Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray in there.
Hmm.
Very quickly. I know a lot of us,
Yep.
including myself, I honestly thought Bill Murray was done after Afterlife. Uh, I thought that was
Yeah.
Afterlife, that we got that little post credit scene with Sigourney Weaver. I really thought that was it. And the reason I thought that was it is because it would have been a nice place to leave that character. Because the very first time we see that character, he was doing the
Oh
shock
yeah.
therapy
The
thing.
yeah.
And so it was kind of
Hmm. Yeah.
funny to see it come full circle to where now he's the one that's being shocked
Hmm. Yeah.
by Dana of all people. So it kind of felt like we were saying goodbye to those characters in that post credit scene. So I was
Mm.
really shocked and really happy and surprised when we see, oh, he's back. He's gonna be in it.
He's
So
back.
might not be in it very much, probably not in it that much, but it's great that they're all gonna be in this thing. And yeah, I think there's
Hmm.
gonna be some fun surprises. Will Atherton is coming back as Walter Peck from the first movie, so I really hope we
Oh
get a
yeah.
scene between Bill Murray and Will Atherton. That would be a lot of
Yeah.
fun
That
to
would be
see.
great.
That's gonna be great. The one thing that I am hoping for, only because it was the only thing that felt like it was missing from the last movie, is I
What would that
really
be?
hope we're gonna get a cameo from Rick Moranis. Bring back Rick
Uh,
Moranis.
I, I,
Do you agree, Hov? That was like the
I
one
agree.
thing,
I agree.
because of course he stopped acting many years ago. He retired from acting. They apparently supposedly asked him to do a cameo. He said no. But then after that, it wasn't that long after that it was announced that he was going to be coming back to do a reboot of Honey I Shrunk the Kids, which of course he was in the original, and they're supposed to be doing a new one, but it still has not come out yet. I don't think they've started filming it yet. And it's like, well, if he can come back to do that, surely he can come back and
Mm.
do a Ghostbusters cameo. Come on, like I would love to see it, and I do hope that we still have Janine in here, answering the phones. Let's just bring it all in. Like let's just give us just give us all the Ghostbusters. Even if they can find a way, maybe there'll be a post credit scene where they go into the multiverse and we get the female Ghostbusters back too. Like just bring it all
Oh
back.
God.
Bring it all back. Just do it
Wow.
all.
Hmm.
So this is definitely up there. Probably number three, two or three. Honestly, it's high up for me.
It's
How
the
do
same
you
with
feel?
me. I probably put it at maybe a two. I like it.
Two?
I think it's got a lot to offer. I think it's gonna be
Wow.
fun, just like the Afterlife. I think yeah. Uh, I'm excited to see it.
Yes. All right.
Uh,
Well. Yeah. Yeah. No.
who's
Say
next?
say say what you were gonna say.
Say what I was gonna say.
Yep.
I was just saying what's next.
Oh. Okay.
Uh,
Well. Here. Wait. So we spent. I think we both know what our number one is gonna be. Do you agree?
I know what my number one is.
All
If
right.
this is not your number one, then I'm gonna be shocked and
Well,
surprised.
actually, honestly, I'm kind of debating between two
I'm
movies.
shocked and surprised right now. What?
Well, hang on.
Really?
There's a couple of I've just brought up gone to Google here. There's a couple of movies that I think we should just go through before we get to our top two, or top one, top two, right?
Hmm.
Do you agree?
I think I know what one of. I think I might actually know what
All
you're
right.
talking about in terms of deciding. Okay, well,
Okay.
yeah, let's do that.
So first of all, in terms of other movies that are coming out next year, or at least as of right now, because again, this could always change, release dates, blah blah blah. So we're just gonna go over a couple of options here. So the first thing
Sorry,
is
excuse me.
we are getting one DC movie next year, which is the sequel to Joker
Oh
Folly
gosh, right, yeah.
Deluxe. Now, this film, as of right now, is not on my list at all. I don't even want to see it because supposedly it's going to be a musical. And
Oh really?
don't do musicals. I just don't. I don't know. I'm going to wait for a
Hmm.
trailer. I'm going to reserve judgment. I know a lot of people are excited about it. Have you seen the first one, Hav?
No,
So you,
I probably should because people say it's great.
so you don't have any real anticipation for this one? Not really.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that's a what they actually saying it's a musical.
Apparently, Lady Gaga's in it as Harley Quinn. If you didn't know that.
Oh, oh, I did not. Oh, okay. There's more. I'm learning more and more about this film as you speak. Okay.
So that no
I'm
no
I,
excitement right now.
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that with what was the movie that that with the time travel? What was that called again? I
Madam
forgot.
Web.
What was the character? Adam Webb. Yeah, I'm gonna put that
Okay.
with that.
All right. So moving on, Deadpool 3 we already talked about, right?
Hmm.
Uh,
Yes, we did.
we're getting Wicked Part 1 of 2 coming out in November, which of course is based on the Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West. You know, and
Oh,
I believe it
right.
was announced not long ago that Jeff Goldblum is going to be the Wizard of Oz, I believe, which is exciting. That's
Oh.
also, I think, based on gonna be like a musical thing, so I'm kind of right now. I'm not really excited about that.
Hmm.
But that's coming out. The other thing we have is the new Lord of the Rings film, The War of Rohirrim. I don't know how to say that. Do you have any interest in Hob? It's gonna be an
I haven't.
animated
I have.
film. It's animated.
Oh, is it? Okay. I haven't
Yeah.
been really paying attention to any Lord of the Rings stuff, to be honest with you.
So
I don't know.
don't care.
No, I don't really care.
All right. We're also I don't think you're excited about this one, but we also are getting the remake of The Fall Guy based on the popular TV series from the 1980s, with Ryan Gosling. We did get a trailer for that. That's the one about the stuntman, the life of the stuntman. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
So that's
Hmm.
coming out. So I'm kind of right now. I'm watched the trailer yet, but that's coming out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Twisters, the sequel slash reboot of Twister, the infamous
Oh,
disaster.
right. Oh, God.
No, not excited.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Nah, not that really sad
I
now.
didn't like Twister, to be honest. I thought it was kind of dumb. I mean, it's I mean, it kind of is. Do you agree? I mean, the effects in it are some of
It's
the effects are really great, and I love Bill Paxton. I really do. I
yeah,
love Bill Paxton, but I don't know.
yeah.
I've never been a fan of that movie. Are you excited about this one, Hove?
It's a bit. No. I don't know. I don't think the first one really hooked me that
All right.
much.
Uh,
It's a bit,
so
yeah,
not excited for that one.
not excited.
All right. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out. I haven't seen
I,
Across the
st-
Spider-Verse. Have you?
yeah, me too. I still have not.
Yep.
No.
Uh, Dune Part 2. I still have not seen the first one, but I've heard amazing things. So that was going to come out this year. It was pushed back. So I know a lot of people are
Yeah,
excited about that.
I should watch that one as well because I know that there's a bunch of
Yep.
actors that I know that are in it. So yeah.
There's a bunch of animated stuff coming out. One of which, of course, is the Garfield movie with Chris Pratt
Oh
as
yeah.
Garfield, and not to mention
Hmm.
Samuel Jackson as Garfield's
Yeah.
father, Vic.
Hmm. I think they released or something. I don't know if this was fan made, but I think they released like Garfield's design, an release
Yes,
design.
which actually honestly looks good.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
it does. Yeah,
I think we're gonna get a trailer for that pretty soon. Honestly, I'm interested in it, but I'm not confident
I'll.
yet.
Yeah,
I
I'm in the same
I
boat.
wish they would have kept Frank Welker to be Garfield personally, but You know, it
Yeah.
happens whenever they do
Just
big movies. They feel that they need to recast and get big stars. You know, but
yeah.
it is what it is.
It is how it
I'm
is.
sure Frank
Yeah.
Welker will probably still be in the movie as a voice of like a dog or something. You know, I don't know. Uh,
Probably. He could be the voice of anything.
yeah. So there's a bunch of
Pro-
animated stuff coming out. Despicable Me 4, they're still doing those. I'm not really interested. Kung Fu Panda
yeah.
4, apparently they're finally doing that.
Oh,
That's coming out.
what was the last one? I forgot.
Kung Fu Panda
When
3,
was Panda 3? Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, I thought they were done doing those, but I guess not.
Apparently not. Uh, there's a film, Imaginary Friends, which is like a drama fantasy. Being what is it?
No, I forgot. I was like, you said imaginary friends, like, what, Foster's over?
No, no, no. It's
No, no,
John
is it?
John Krasinski is doing it. Not much known about that yet, but that's like an original film, so that's pretty interesting. Um,
Okay.
and then what else is coming out? Oh yeah, supposedly we are going to be getting the fourth Bad Boys film, which I know that they were filming, with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence coming back.
Oh,
I really liked the Bad Boys movies. I think that they're fun movies.
I
I
haven't
don't know
seen.
who's
I haven't
directing.
seen them.
Yeah, I don't know who's directing this one, but that might be pushed back. I'm not really sure yet. Um,
Hmm.
in terms of game adaptations, Borderlands, the Borderlands movie is coming out. Are you excited
Hmm.
about that one, Hope?
Yeah, I haven't played Borderlands, but I
Oh,
mean, it could be a
I
fun
played a
movie.
little bit of Borderlands, so I might check that out. In terms of other game
Hmm.
adaptations, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is coming out
Hmm.
next year. Uh, are you excited about that one, Hoff? Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
I didn't really try. I didn't really check out the second one.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I
Still
might.
haven't watched it.
I'll check. If the third one looks really good, then I'll check out the second one.
All right.
And then yeah.
Uh, and then there's this Mufasa, the Lion King prequel is also coming out next year. I still
Okay.
have not watched the live action or the remake version of the Lion King, so I'm not really excited about that. We are also supposed to be finally getting, after we waited for this movie for so many years, Furiosa, the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, supposed to be coming out next year.
Interesting.
Love Mad
Hmm.
Max Fury Road, so good old, it's. Are you excited for this movie, Huff? George Miller taking his time with the boys.
Well, I liked Mad Max Fury Road. I'm interested. I'm interested.
Yeah, all right,
I've yeah.
but we don't got a trailer for that one
So,
yet, so.
mm,
And then we are also getting the new Alien film, Alien Romulus. Apparently, it's going to be called.
yeah,
Being
that's what it was
directed by
called.
Fede Alvarez, who did the Evil Dead remake and also did Don't Breathe and a bunch of other things. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Don't Breathe, but from some of his other stuff, I'm actually not really a big fan of Fede Alvarez. I gotta be honest. So I'm not
Um,
terribly excited about this movie, but I mean, the trailer might come out, and if it looks amazing, then great. Um, are you excited about this, Huff? The new Alien movie?
I don't know. I'll see when a
I know
trailer
it's
comes
not going to
out.
be connected to the last two, Alien Covenant and Prometheus, the prequel series. That's
Hmm.
done now apparently. So, it's not connected to those if you're wondering. So, does that make you interested in it? Like, oh, it's going to be like a new start of a new series,
Mm,
maybe? No, not
I
excited.
don't know. Hmm.
No, you're kind of over Alien. You don't.
I've watched the first two. I didn't really get back into the franchise.
Wait, really? You still have
I
not
heard
watched the other movies?
no.
Oh, well,
I know.
should fix
I thought I
that.
heard it went bit. I thought I heard that they went kind of a bit downhill.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
they.
they did, but I think you should at least watch them once. But
Okay,
so if the trailer's good, you might be interested in maybe seeing what they do with it.
maybe,
Maybe,
maybe.
maybe.
Hmm.
So then we're getting A Quiet Place Day One, which is the prequel to A Quiet Place. So I'm pretty excited about
Hmm.
that. Are you excited about that, Hope?
Uh, mm,
No, not really.
I haven't seen the first one, so I
Oh,
don't
oh,
know.
you should. It's a great movie. You really should. Though there's two of them, Quiet Place Part 1 and 2, and then this is the prequel. And then they're also going to be doing a third movie, so
Okay.
that's coming out next year. What else?
Hmm.
What else? What else? There's really only like three big ones to talk about. I think. Apparently, there's gonna be another Transformers movie, like an origin movie
There
coming
is.
out next year.
Hmm.
Oh God.
Okay. What is it?
Well, according to the cast list, Chris Hemsworth is going to be Optimus Prime, so it's not gonna be Peter. Brian
Oh,
Tyree Henry is gonna be Megatron. What? Okay.
what?
Well,
This is a weird. That was weird casting
I
choice. Okay.
nothing against Chris Hemsworth, but if that's the case, count me out. No thanks. It's gonna be called Transformers One, apparently. So
Oh, that's a bit
not a
of a.
good.
Ah,
All right. All right,
no.
so all right, okay, so we could literally spend all night on this, but I think there's really only three films that are left to worth talking about, and I'm going to talk about the one that I don't
I think I
know
know.
how excited you are for this one. Sorry, what is it?
I think I know what film you were talking about because I know I saw you showed me the trailer for it.
Well,
The
it hasn't had a trailer yet, so.
Is it not? Oh, never mind. I guess
Oh, I
it's the
think
other
you're thinking
thing.
of the next movie. So there's another one.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay.
Okay.
So the other movie here that I don't think you're excited about yet, but maybe you'll become excited about, a film that I know a lot of people are really hyped about. I'm really hyped about this. This might be number one for me. I
Oh
don't know.
God. Well, what is it?
Uh,
What is it?
of course. Now what's interesting is that this is supposed to be coming out this year, or no, next year, I believe. But there's no like official release
Hmm.
date, or oh, according to Google, it's coming out in September. Never mind.
Oh,
So, but
that's
it's
it.
coming out right now. It is set to come out this year. The very long-awaited sequel, Beetlejuice 2, is coming out next year
Oh, right. Because I
with
okay. Oh, right. I
Tim
forgot they were
Burton.
doing the Beetlejuice
Tim Burton
too.
coming back to direct it. Winona
Hmm.
Ryder coming back. Michael Keaton, of course, coming back and joining the cast. Jenna Ortega as Winona Ryder's daughter in the film. And of course, she was brilliant in the Wednesday series and in the recent Scream
Hmm.
movies. So this movie's got a lot going for it. They filmed it in the exact same town as they did in the original movie. And the original movie, of course, is a beloved horror comedy classic. It's a fantastic movie, and it's one that I haven't watched in a while that I really want to watch again. But it's definitely one that I know a lot of people have been really itching, of all of like the legacy, because in the past like decade or so, there's been so many movies where there were like rumors and stuff about, oh, this is gonna get a sequel, this is gonna get a sequel. There's gonna be a Hocus Pocus 2, there's gonna be a Top Gun 2, there's gonna be a Space Jam 2, and the other one was, there's gonna be a Beetlejuice 2, right? There's gonna be a
Hmm.
Ghostbusters 3. There were all these rumors floating around, and slowly but surely over the course of like the past 5 6 years, we've gotten all those movies. We got a new Ghostbusters movie. We got Space Jam 2. We got the Top Gun 2. We got this. We got that.
Yeah.
And the last, really like the last legacy of the legacy sequels that we've all been itching and waiting for, that was in the rumor mill for years, is Beetlejuice 2. And it's like we're
Hmm.
finally gonna be getting this thing, and oh my god, it's gonna be so exciting. And there's been a lot of reports that a lot of it's gonna go practical. They're gonna stay very practical. They're gonna
Oh.
keep the aesthetic of the original movie, because one of the things that was so awesome about the original movie was the look of it. The a lot of the stop motion stuff, and the way that they interpreted death and the afterlife. There was like
Hmm.
just the little things with like the lady smoking and the smoke coming out of her neck and stuff. So I'm really
Hmm.
happy Tim Burton is doing it. um I'm somebody who really loves the first half of Tim Burton's career but doesn't really like the second half.
Hmm.
But then he really made a big comeback for me, and I know everybody else, when he did Wednesday, which was
Was I?
great. I thought it was a great job. They did a really great job of that. So I'm really happy that he's going to be doing this again. But Hav, how do you feel? Because I know a lot of people.
I've
Yeah,
not
but
seen Beetlejuice.
well, you have seen it, I think, but when you were like really young, so I don't think you really
I don't think I've
remember
seen
it.
it when I
You
was really
basically
young.
don't
I don't. I
remember
don't
much,
think
but
I don't. I feel like with
I
Beetlejuice, I feel like I might have remembered it if I
yeah.
did actually watch it,
Well,
but I don't think I did.
I'm sure with the hype and everything, I'm sure maybe you'll probably want to check it out again. It'll
I
probably be
yeah,
like
I'll
watching it for the
check it. I'll
first
check
time.
it out.
But
Yeah.
it's a classic. It's a fantastic movie, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this. So it might be terrible, it might be great.
Hmm.
All I know is that it's gonna be very popular and it's gonna be a lot of hype, especially when that first trailer drops. So
Hmm.
all right, well, I think we made it to the end. There's really only two movies left to
Hmm.
talk about
I think I
here.
might.
And I'm
I
gonna have
think
to
I
make
might
a
know.
decision between these last three films. It's gonna be tough for me to decide which one is my number one. But
Hmm.
first up, the one that we did get a trailer for recently, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the next chapter in the Planet of the Apes saga, which in my opinion is probably one of the most consistently good franchises out there. There's really only one
Hmm.
movie that I would say is a bad one, which was funny enough,
I want.
just
Yeah.
mentioning talking about him, the Tim Burton remake, which you have
Yeah.
seen, Hav, and I don't think,
I have.
unfortunately,
Uh, yeah. I.
Abraham
Mm,
Lincoln, as many people like to refer to it as.
yep.
Um, and now we're getting this new movie, which is going to be connected to the previous trilogy, but it's basically supposed to be the beginning of a new trilogy of films, and with them continuing to evolve. The story of the apes and kind of going into the direction of where we end up in the original movie, with Taylor, which is
Hmm.
really
Yeah.
interesting. And the effects, just oh my god, they look amazing. Just every time they make one of these
They do look
movies,
pretty good.
the apes look more and more real. And I really, really just absolutely
Mm.
love the aesthetic of this. I wish that Matt Reeves could have directed this, but obviously he has become busy with
Who's
doing.
directing it?
It's being directed by Wes Ball, who does have a background, working in the effects world, but he's only directed three movies, of which
Hmm.
were the Maze Runner trilogy, which I know was kind of
Oh,
hit and
right.
miss
Yeah.
with people. I still to this day have never seen those movies, but I know that the first one was mostly well received, and then the other two were kind of eh. But I know a lot of people have said that the visually, and direction wise, those movies were pretty solid. I know a lot of people have said that those movies, the main problem with those movies, I think, was the scripts and the story and everything. It just wasn't
Hmm.
that strong. And so I know a lot of people have said that West Ball just needs a good script, and it looks like maybe this time round he got one. And one of
Hmm.
the good things is that even though Matt Reeves isn't coming back, the writing team, the husband and wife writing team of oh, what was their names? Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, who wrote the previous movies, and of course they worked on the Avatar sequels and Jurassic World. Really good writers, really solid track record. And they are also apparently going to be involved with this and the writing and everything. So I just love Planet of the Apes, and I just, the last trilogy was amazing. I think it blew everybody away, and you still have not watched it, though. I don't think, have you?
I've only watched the original and the Abraham Lincoln. I still have not checked. I keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting to
I
check
know you really should
the
watch them. They're
trilogy out.
amazing. And
Hmm.
so no, I know a lot of people bummed that of course Andy Serkis won't be in this new trilogy. Uh, but they'll definitely. I mean, he could have maybe played a different character other than Caesar, but it is what it is. Apparently, I think they're saying that it's going to be like 20 years in the future from the last movie, or something like that. So it looks great. It looks great, and I'm very excited for it. But Hav, even though you haven't seen the last trilogy,
The trailer, yeah,
is this on your most anticipated list? Because I know you watched the trailer.
well,
So is this?
uh, yeah, I've watched. the trailer, and honestly, yes, like the cinematography looks great. I think the setting, like the atmosphere, it looks really, really good. So just like the rundown and kind of like just just I think the movie looks great, and therefore it's a bit more higher on my list,
All right.
even despite the fact that I haven't even seen the
I
trilogy.
know, but yeah, yeah. So I think perhaps maybe once you
Mhm.
see the original trilogy, I imagine you might
It
get even
might
more
go a little bit
hyped
higher.
for this. But
It might it
they're
might get it might be like going over sort of like probably like Ghostbusters and maybe whatever this last movie might be
hmm,
that might be tied for both of our number one picks.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
uh,
So I'm pretty hyped for it. Well, it's definitely gonna be up there, top two, top three. So I think we have come to the end. I think there's really only one movie
mhm,
left to talk about, and I think you know what it is. So why don't you take it
mhm.
away? I'll let you go first. Movie that
Well,
we are
obviously
hyping.
it's oh yeah, it does come out pretty soon. It's Godzilla. It's Godzilla versus Kong.
No, no.
I
Godzilla and Kong: The
hold
New
on. Well,
Empire is what it's
and
called.
Yeah, I forgot it was called.
Godzilla X Kong is
I
what it's
forgot. I
called.
forgot the title.
Yes, The
Yeah.
New Empire, the
Mm-hmm.
fifth chapter in the MonsterVerse, or sixth if you want to count the new show coming out. Um, so Hav, I'll let you go with this. I think this is gonna be your number one, isn't it? Just guessing.
This is my number one. I really liked Godzilla versus Kong. I just loved the I just that whole movie was fun. It was entertaining. You know, with the fight with Godzilla and Kong. I love that film. It's honestly just a fun roller coaster, of a movie, and I'm really excited to see them sort of have that Godzilla and Kong dynamic, but with sort of against like this new character and dealing with more of the Hollow Earth. I am like with this the teaser that we got, just with that one shot of like this new character go like sort of like and seeing the skull of a Godzilla and
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
Kong. That was like it really hit. It was so effective. It's like that is how you just hype up like just sort of a villain who we don't even know what the name is. We don't even know what the story is, but already I'm already like shut up and take my money. That is literally me right now.
Yep.
I haven't watched Futurama, but that's the only quote I know from
Oh. uh,
that.
yeah. So I'm really excited about it, just because I love the MonsterVerse. I don't think there's been a bad chapter yet, unless you count like I guess the Skull
Monarch.
Island anime. But that was
Oh
like
wait,
an
does that
anime.
count?
I guess it's technically it was produced by Legendary, but I just try to forget that even existed. I didn't like it. You might like it. Maybe you should give it a shot. But I don't know. It just wasn't about Kong or anything. It just it just kind of annoying.
Mm,
The animation was kind of cheap. It was just kind of the whole thing was just kind of it could have been good, but
mhm.
yeah, wasn't really a fan of it. But other than that, I mean, I've loved the MonsterVerse movies. I've you know keep been praying every day that we're gonna get more chapters. We're gonna get more chapters. And for a while, we were kind of worried that the um, Godzilla versus Kong was gonna be it. Remember that? We were kind of like, is this
Yeah,
gonna be the last one? Is it just gonna end with this? But luckily, they've
but no.
expanded it, and I
Yes, we're
cannot
getting the
wait to
show.
see the trailer for this. It's gonna be
Yes,
very exciting days.
and it's especially good as well, considering the fact that Monarch is coming out. So that's
Yeah,
good.
that's
We're
coming
still going to
out.
be in
So
sort of
that's
that.
good.
We're still going to be in like the MonsterVerse like sort of mood. Like we want to like crave for like more of that once that's done. So it's really good that that this new movie is coming sort
Yeah.
of like sort of probably like right around the corner.
I have a feeling they might maybe have the trailer, the first teaser come out when the final episode of Monarch comes out, maybe.
I hope that's the case. I really do.
So
Yeah.
that would be early next year, probably January, February, something like that is when it ends.
Yeah.
Because it starts,
Hmm.
actually, it starts in a couple of days. The Monarch show. I just realized it starts on the 17th, so
Mm.
that's literally next week. Um, that's kind
Yeah.
of crazy. That's kind of sneaked up on us. Don't know if I'm gonna
Mm.
be able to watch that yet, no, because I don't have an Apple thing, but we'll see about that.
Mm.
Uh, let me see here. So, yeah, so that'll probably end in like January, early February. So actually, maybe we will get a first teaser before then. I don't think we'll get it this year. I think maybe sometime in January. I think we'll get the first teaser. Do you think so?
Yeah, I would presume so. Maybe like sort of early January,
We
maybe.
might get lucky and get a Christmas treat and get it at the end of the year. I would love to a Christmas treat.
What's the little
Would you like a
monsterverse
Christmas treat?
present?
Yes.
Little gift
Oh,
from
Merry
the
Christmas.
monsterverse.
Here's some monsters hitting themselves in the
No, no.
face.
Yeah, here's a little Christmas treat
Here's
from
a big
Legendary.
orangutan fighting a monkey and a lizard. Dr. Seuss, yes. Uh, because he was an orangutan in Planet of the Apes. Anyway,
Yeah, I
uh,
know.
um, so this for me, I don't. It is your most anticipated. For me though, I
Mhm.
don't know.
So,
The trailer might change everything. The trailer could change everything.
it
But
could
for
change everything, but that teaser
so
man,
my
and the fact that what we know,
yeah.
come
So I
on,
don't
come
know. Well, first
on.
of all,
I
I know my top three. I've said my top three in the last three films we've talked about, but I
yes,
don't know what order to put them in. So I'm gonna ask you, Hav, what is your top? We're gonna end with this. We're gonna give our top three at the end here. So I'm gonna ask you first, and then I'm gonna have to make a really because I think you might 4D figured out your top three. So I'm still
I
kind of
think
contemplating it. So what is
my
your
top
top
three.
three
Yeah, while I'm going through
most anticipated?
mine, you can figure out yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still contemplating.
My top three, I guess, is gonna be Craven the Hunter. I don't know. I just like the trailer, and you know, I'll hold out some faith. I'll hold out some faith. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out like Mobius. And then number two is of course going to be Frozen Empire. I just think, like we said before, good balance of new, good balance of old. I think what they're doing with Ghostbusters is really, really good. They've got something for all like the audiences, people who are either just getting into Ghostbusters and people who have been longtime fans since the original two movies. And
Yeah,
apparently, we're gonna get some stuff with the
that'll
real
probably be number
Ghostbusters with
four
that.
for me on my top most
That's
anticipated. So,
that's fair.
so
That's
that's your
fair.
number three.
Uh, uh, no, that's my number two. Craven the Hunter is my number three.
Oh, right, okay.
I guess. Yeah. Um.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that.
So not
I
Kingdom
have a.
on the list. Oh, that's like five or six maybe. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Hmm?
Kingdom.
Oh, Kingdom. I'm just gonna put that in number four because I'll watch the stuff, and then
Okay.
I'll watch the
So
trilogy, and
what's
then
number
that
one?
might be in
Let's
like number
number one
one. I mean,
is
it's I
Godzilla.
literally
All right.
my it's obvious. Right, what's yours? You better
Oh,
pick the right option. All right.
what? Well, again, the trailers could change everything. The trailers could change everything.
That is true. That is
So
true.
I
But that
think
season, man.
number three is gonna be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Number three
Hmm.
is gonna be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm really excited for this movie. I think it looks
I thought you were
great.
gonna say Beetlejuice too,
No,
but I guess
it
that's
comes down to Beetlejuice 2 and Godzilla and Kong the New Empire. So I got to try and decide because I'm really excited for both of these. Um,
hmm
so for most of this time I've been thinking it's gonna be Godzilla and Kong, but as I was talking about, I was like, I think Beetlejuice 2 might be my most anticipated. Like, I'm really excited about it.
I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. You have
But
listed some good reasons, I
I think I'm
guess.
gonna go. I think I'm gonna stick with what I had. Beetlejuice 2 at number 2. My
Okay. Oh,
most
never mind.
anticipated is Godzilla Kong the New Empire. So our most anticipated is both.
Yay!
So that,
Yes.
needless to say, when the trailer for that film comes out, you guys can bet that we'll probably talk about it, do a movie
Oh
junkies,
yeah. Well,
break
obviously.
it down, talk about it.
Yes.
I
Mhm.
know you were hoping Anguirus
Oh,
Anguirus
not as like a stupid skeleton in the background, please, for the love of God.
For those of you who don't know,
Respect.
Anguirus is his all-time favorite kaiju ever. I don't know
Respect the
why, to be
spiky
honest.
monster. The spike. No, he's just got a cool design. He's like the first
Okay.
monster. He's like, come on. He's Godzilla's sidekick. He's the, yeah,
He's his sidekick, man. He's his sidekick.
yeah. I hope they do that. I keep him as his like sidekick.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'm guessing it's looking like it's like both Kong and Godzilla are both just gonna stay as a
Yeah.
team. I guess maybe.
So,
Uh,
is there anything other movies? Quick, just off the top mentions like, oh,
is
this is
is
something I'm kind
is
of coming
Glass
out.
on is Glass Onion gonna come? Like, is this third one gonna come out next year, or is that gonna be 2024 or
Nobody
something?
knows.
Okay,
Nobody knows yet. Um,
maybe news.
I think that's gonna be probably 2025. Because I think Ryan
Maybe, yeah.
Johnson is doing another movie first. Um,
Oh, okay. What movie is he doing?
I don't know. It might be the Star Wars movie. I don't know if that's still happening, but anyway. Or it
I
might be that
forgot.
he's
I
on
forgot he was
to.
doing that.
I know that they're going to be doing season 2 of Poker Face, so he might be directing a couple episodes of that. I love that show.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was I forgot there was a show. Yeah.
Yeah. I really want Benoit Blanc to make a cameo on that. That just bumps into Charlie and goes,
Yeah.
"Pardon me." It just,
Oh
just
no.
walks. I really hope that happens.
Pardon.
That's it.
I
That's it.
was I was looking for a donut.
I just came from Krispy Kreme donuts. uh,
Uh,
yeah. Uh, yeah. So I don't. I think we pretty much did cover everything. I don't think there's any other movies coming out next year, that we want to mention. Hob, anything?
no.
No
I can't think of any. I feel like is there any horror runs?
horror runs.
Uh, horror like
Horror
film.
ones.
Horror.
Well, I mean, I think there was, but I don't know how many of those you're really excited for. I know there's a lot of like original stuff coming, obviously. I am
Mhm.
interested in that Imaginary Friends movie. I am interested to see
Yeah,
what that. What
that's interesting.
did you?
Yeah, no,
You keep
no, it's
thinking
just
of
the first
Foster
time you
Zone.
said that. I was like just anything from Imaginary Friends, I will just immediately just go over to like
What if
Foster
it is
Zone. Like,
Foster
just,
Zone from Imaginary? That would be
I
great.
mean,
All right. Well, there you go, folks. That was our top 10. Well, not top 10, just our top blah. That was our most
oh my god.
anticipated movies. We did our top 3. Our number 1 is both Godzilla and Kong the New Empire. I tried to cover the bases, tried to cover them, but I'm sure there are still a few that we didn't talk about. So, be sure to jump into the comments down below this and let us know what your most anticipated film of next year of 2024 is. I just realized I said 2023 by accident. Blah.
Oh
Let's just have
wow.
everything go wrong today, shall we? And you're supposed to point me out when I say mistakes, but you just
I thought you did say 2024.
maybe I did. I don't know. But
I don't
overall,
know.
it's not like a jam-packed year, but overall, there's definitely some exciting
No.
stuff coming. 2025 is nuts. That year is packed to the brink.
Mm.
It's got everything and the kitchen sink. Uh, by the way, I'm really excited for that movie, The Kitchen Sink. It's gonna be.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway. So yeah. So anyway. So be sure to jump with comments. Let us know what your most anticipated is. That was our most anticipated. So, Yeah, that will do it for this edition of Movie Junkies Media Talk. So, Hav, do you want to tell the folks what you've been up to? What's coming for you on your channel? Let them know what you're doing.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to be as busy with my personal life at the moment. Like I said, I did like I don't know if people saw my 3-year anniversary. I am working on 2 videos right now, 2 DDLC related videos. I do Doki Doki Literature
Yeah,
Club
Doki Doki
videos,
Club Literature this
the
which is a
Literature
lot
Club.
literature club, which is
Dude,
you're a Doki tuber more or less. Can we say?
full
You
time,
don't like
yeah.
the term. Yeah, so if you're
I,
interested in that
it's
stuff, Harvey's
yeah.
channel is definitely worth checking out. He spends a lot of time making those videos, and you've done a lot of them, and they've been pretty popular.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in those videos, please check them out. And if you're interested in checking out some of our other episodes of Movie Jokes Media Talks, you can find a playlist on the channel. Check them out. And in terms of what stuff I got coming up on the channel, very much most of the same. You know, retrospectives, top tens, reviews, and some new stuff as well, also coming. So and yeah, so we'll definitely I'll be back with more Movie Junkies Media Talk in the near future as well. So thanks all you guys for watching, and yeah, so until next time, be sure to consume as much entertainment as humanly possible, and I will see you in the next video.